Negotiations are continuing today while I'm recording this video, proceeding quite well, and so Michael Carrick seen as the clear favorite to become new caretaker manager at Manchester United. So he's the clear favorite, he's very keen on the role, and the expectation is for Manchester United to complete everything very soon. So Man United advancing fast to have Michael Carrick as their new head coach. The conversation is proceeding. Obviously, there is the Manchester derby this week, and Man United want to make sure everything is in place for the Manchester derby. Darren Fletcher is completely out of the race after the defeat against Brighton. Man United were not happy with the performance, with the attitude, respecting the job of Darren Fletcher. At the end of the day, Fletcher can't change everything in few days, so it's not Fletcher's responsibility. But at the same time, he probably had a chance to prove his skills in order to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season as caretaker manager, but then that game killed the hopes for Darren Fletcher. Ole Gunnar Solskjær made himself available, and he's still hoping till the very end, but Michael Carrick is the man that now is leading the race to become the new manager of Manchester United until the end of the season. So conversations continuing today. A meeting took place in the last days, also a very positive one. A contact took place overnight. I did a video with all the details here on the channel, so you can find absolutely everything on that story. But now proceeding to the final stages, and so Michael Carrick seen as clear favorite for this opportunity. On Manchester United, guys, one of the names you probably remember from the summer transfer window, it was the final hours actually of the summer transfer window on deadline day, was Conor Gallagher. Yes, because Manchester United in the final 24 hours of the summer transfer window, so at the beginning of September, asked Atlético Madrid for Conor Gallagher on loan. The answer from Atlético Madrid was no, but then in January I told you keep an eye on Conor Gallagher because Gallagher could be one of the faces of this January transfer window. Well, today, so now, Manchester United are not pushing on this deal because Man United have freezed their market while they decide on the interim manager, with Carrick now as a favorite. But you can imagine, they had a plan with Ruben Amorim, then Amorim being fired, and now Manchester United changing their plans. And obviously, before you have a permanent manager in charge, that is going to happen in the summer, obviously it's different, the intention from the club on the market. So, the club now pushing for Conor Gallagher, from what I'm told, is Aston Villa. Aston Villa are trying to make a deal happen. Aston Villa actually have a deal in place with Atlético Madrid. There is a club-to-club agreement, loan with buy option that might become an obligation to buy under certain conditions. So, Atlético have given the green light to Aston Villa. The club-to-club agreement is done. What now has to happen is the agreement, player-club. Michael Carrick is set to become the new Manchester United coach until the end of the season. He has accepted all the conditions offered by Manchester United. The contract is ready. What they are discussing now is the backroom stuff, the details of this appointment, but Michael Carrick is ready to become the new head coach of Manchester United till the end of the season. Then, what's going to happen from now to the summer, we will see. The results will dictate that. The work by Michael Carrick will dictate that. But now, Manchester United are almost ready with Michael Carrick. I told you already last week. Next week, so this week, Manchester United want to make the appointment happen because they want the new manager ready on the touchline for the Manchester derby. This is the intention of Manchester United. Now, the conversation with Carrick is very advanced. The conversation is very positive. So just waiting on the following steps. And then Michael Carrick expected to become the new Manchester United interim manager. Don't forget John Evans already returned to the club in the backroom staff, initially to support Darren Fletcher. And then the next step is going to be to support Michael Carrick. And then we will see the next steps. Just to finish, guys, don't forget about Conor Gallagher, because it's a here we go. But he's not going to Aston Villa. Aston Villa have agreed verbally a deal with Atlético Madrid today, 30 million euros plus add-ons. The deal was done between the two clubs, a very good relationship also with Matteo Alemany, the director from Atlético Madrid, but then Aston Villa understood that the player was not accepting the move, was not giving the final green light. Tottenham have entered the race very strong because Why? Because Rodrigo Bentancur suffered a serious injury, will be out for the next 3 months, and so Tottenham decided to enter the race and close the deal, offer more than Villa, because Tottenham will pay 40 million euros. Tomorrow, Conor Gallagher will be ready to travel for medical test and contract signing at Tottenham Hotspur. 5.5-year deal for Conor Gallagher at Tottenham. The salary has been agreed. He wants to go to Tottenham, he wants to go back to London, he wants to have this opportunity, play Champions League football, fight at his best for Tottenham Hotspur. And so Gallagher joining Tottenham is a here we go. He's back to Premier League after the experience he did in La Liga. And so Conor Gallagher moving to Tottenham, beating Aston Villa, hijacking their move for the English midfielder, and one of many stories in these crazy hours of January. The transfer window for players and managers. Guys, let me know your opinion on this story on
Manchester United are clearly done with experiments. This is damage control mode. Michael Carrick, emerging as the interim favorite, tells you everything about where the club is right now. They want familiarity, calm, and someone who won't rock the boat before summer. Gunnar Solskjær staying available shows how desperate the situation feels, but United want stability, not nostalgia. The Brighton defeat ended Darren Fletcher's chances instantly, and now the club are rushing to get Carrick in place before the derby. This isn't a long-term vision. It's about survival until summer. Manchester United going for Michael Carrick tells you this club is in reset and stabilize mode, not rebuild mode. This isn't about a long-term vision. It's about stopping the bleeding. Carrick knows the club, the dressing room, the pressure, and crucially, he won't fight the hierarchy. United want calm, familiarity, and control heading into a huge Manchester derby. That's why Fletcher is out, Solskjær is waiting, and Carrick is in. But let's be clear, this is an interim appointment with conditions attached. Carrick knows the job is temporary. United are already planning for summer, already sounding out bigger names. His task is simple but brutal: steady results, restore confidence, and avoid embarrassment. Do that, and he earns respect. Fail, and United move on again. This is survival football, not a new era.